Hi guys, you are welcome to another episode of Smart Coining, the Evony series that teaches you what to do with your coins. I'm here with my co-host, Big T. How you doing, T?
I'm doing well, Aka. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks. It's just myself and T for today, but we're going to be holding the fort down. So looking forward to it. Before we go through all the stuff that we have for you guys today, just a few quick words. First thing, since this is a series about coining, we really advocate that you have some kind of assistance when you're doing your coining. Right now, we're doing the promotion for APTOIDE. APTOIDE is a great way for you to save and enhance your coining. So if you're not using APTOIDE, you should really check it out. Link for setup and everything is down in the description of this video. Okay, so aside from that, the regular stuff that we do on Smart Coining, we'll go through the event, we'll go through all the main things that we talked about. But after that, we're going to go through some select questions that viewers have commented on the videos. So be sure to stick around for that. All right, so T, what do you think about the event right now?
Well, we've just come off the back of the big quarterly event, so I think there's a lot of people out there with buyer's remorse at the moment. So
What do you
I don't.
what do you mean buyer's remorse? Like what? Like what? Oh crap! I spent my mortgage on
Yeah,
everything.
spending hangovers, Aka.
Spending
I know
hangovers.
I
All
have
right, yeah,
one. I know I have
yeah.
one.
I have like a sort of like a semi one. I'm still like, yeah. Ebony got like 350 from me last event, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna ease off for a bit.
Yeah, they know how to get you.
The last event was cool. There was a lot of stuff and everything. But like, what do you think about this one?
It's not a great event to coin. Again, like caking would be bad this time. The coronation fountain that they brought to all servers that were only in like some select servers for the last year. That's okay. It was fantastic on the first day, but they nerfed it on the second day. I'll go into that a bit later. But
Okay. All right.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking. I look at this and I'm like, I have mixed feelings about this stuff. This coronation fountain. But anyway, like you rightfully said, it's we're coming off the back of a big event. It's this is like the cool down time, for a lot of people. People's phones are still burning from all the buy now that they clicked on in the last event.
Yeah, I'm
So
actually happy that they've given us a break because off the
yeah.
last big event, they had some good stuff, which like just give us a fortnight's break. We just need a bit of a break for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, just to recoup.
Yeah, when Shallon's finals hits, then you can hit us with more good stuff. But just give us a break for a couple of weeks.
Okay, all right, it's fine. I mean, there are like anyone that wants to spend something. There are a few things that you could. Nothing crazy, but yeah, if you wanted to, yeah, you could get some stuff. So I think
For sure.
we're gonna go through that now. So T, let me switch to your screen, and you can take us through what you have.
Okie. Okay, the first thing I want to go through is we got a 50% off voucher for the Ideal Land. I know that they've put the 3 coins into BOG now, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I think that was a really good
been
one
asking.
as well.
Yeah, that's something that people have been asking for a long time. But yeah, you can get this pack. You can use a triple or a double on it. It's got a lot of good stuff in there too. So yeah, $5 for that. It's really
Funny
good.
enough, I've never actually considered getting that pack before.
Not even with the 50% discount.
No, it's just
I've never. Oh, I have actively coined it a couple of times, just to get that event's Ideal Land ornament for things like the name plates and stuff like that, like the things that you have to do for the fames. I've done that before, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't actively coin that. All right. Next up, Hall of Historic Generals. The second column, $20. Again, it's got a lot of great stuff in there. you can use this as one of the 5-day purchase things to claim
Right.
to claim the gem purchase event, get a few extra generals, get a few extra things. So you can use that $20 one to do that. It's got a lot of everything, and it's easy to complete this. Like the challenges, like as you can see, every day.
This one is pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah, super easy to do. So successive purchases. This one, again, I think it's fantastic. That might just be because I have gotten duty generals out of it, but I think it even if you don't get the duty generals, even if you get the extra historic general token, it's still good. Like all these packs, they all $25. They all add up. No, $25, $30. Sorry, they all add up to some good stuff.
You know, I actually took your advice, and last event I got this because I needed to find where to spend the extra money to get the champion. So I actually got this, and it was interesting because I don't know whether maybe it was because of the time that I got it. Maybe a few days had passed. Like I could actually get all the stuff for all the days at one go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's what I did. Like one of my 15 for the first 5 days of an event, I only spend the $15, $20 a day just to get the gem purchase event. Like that's all I do for the first 5 days. So if you do the first 3, that's the $15 right there. And if you do the last 2, that's another $15 right there. So there's 2 of your days done.
Yeah. I think I got the premium token out of this one.
Ooh, unlucky.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I wasn't expecting for much, but with the fragments, I ended up getting two premium general tokens from them. So it was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, $30 either way. You're getting 2. As I said, with the gem purchase event, you're getting another 3 in there. So there's 5 premium general tokens for very little money. After that, I want to go through a couple of don't buys. This pack, the Golden Twig Jade Sale, gives you very little twigs and jades. Everything else in there is pretty useless. The gear sales, again, absolutely useless. Yeah, it's really not worth it for $100. Covenant Stones, you only get 50 in there. Like if you're really desperate for Covenant Stones, I suppose you can do it. You can use a double and a triple on it. But again,
I wouldn't advise anyone getting this. I really wouldn't.
No, it's really not worth it. I spoke to Frederick the 12th about this last week. About these $100 for the Monarch images.
Like I don't know why do people. I know some people get these, but like, why I mean,
$100
spend on,
for $100, you like, what's this? 200 million of each resource, 480 tactic scrolls, I suppose is okay, but why? It doesn't give you any buffs. Like, I don't understand why people spend on that. I really don't. We had a good laugh about it. Sorry to anyone that's got it, but I don't see the point. I don't see the point in it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrible. Next up on my don't buy, I see people spending on the feasting revelry thing. You can get like $100 pack in here or a $10 pack. This, I don't know why people spend on this as well. It's horrible. Like you get the Wagyu beef things for 100 of them. You get 6 fragments of JKC. You get 6 fragments. So you need to spend what's that? $500 to get a full copy of him. That is mind-blowingly bad. Yeah. There are better places to get him. All right. Next up, I do this every time. There's a way to do this which maximizes your amount of keys that you get. So on the very first day before you do any of these tasks, you buy this column here. I think it's about $20. And by buying this column, it doubles the experience you get. So you finish this off twice as fast, but then every 100 XP you get to, you get one of these. So you're basically doubling the amount of keys that you get. and you
Okay.
can save these. You can save these keys over time, and save up for one of these officer
Oh,
general
really? You
chests.
can save them over time.
You can all right. You can save the keys, but you
Mm-hmm.
cannot save the things that you get out of these boxes. So you save up the keys
Okay.
until you've probably got around 20,000 of them, which it really isn't hard to get to. And then you can use those keys on these boxes to get the things to get the officer chest. So yeah,
Okay.
save it up
But
over
wait.
maybe 4 events.
Okay. And how many do you get per? How many keys do you get per event?
That's random. I can't remember. I can't remember what the number is. I've got it written down somewhere. But all I know is it takes between 4 and 6 events to get enough for the officer general chest.
So that's about $100 to $120 roughly.
They're about 100, yeah. I suppose so, yeah. Around about 100.
Okay.
All right. Next up, the Grace of Star Trail. Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah, I have learnt one thing by speaking to people about this is save up your daily coins, like the ones that you get for free up here.
Yeah.
They'll appear here every day. Save up till you get 10, because everyone that I've spoken to has gotten to 10 and pressed the spins has gotten at least one of these limited prizes.
Yeah, I did that last time.
Did you get one of the limited prizes?
Yeah, I think so. I think I got the essence and
the binding essence.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay.
I got the essence and I got something else, but I can't remember what. It wasn't the chest. But anyway.
The binding essences are good because you only get them in cake levels. Like there's no way to get that apart from coining. This is the only way that you can get them.
Yeah, you only get 10 and you can't use that for anything.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
It'd take a long time.
it's one of those things that is going to sit in my inventory for like, God knows when. So
yeah. Okay, next thing, Giant's Temple. I had someone ask me today if it is better to coin on this to get the Mare optional chest for JKC. Yeah, I told them immediately don't do it, because if you're coining just to get this, you've got such a low chance of even getting the chest in the first place.
Oh goodness!
So this is a terrible. If you get the chest, it's great, cool, but don't spend on it.
Now I remember what. Now that we're talking about this, I remember the other thing that I wanted to talk about.
What's that?
The Poseidon's event.
That is literally the next thing on my list was the Poseidon's event.
Okay. All right.
I know a couple of people that go pretty hard on this. Yeah, as you can see in my server, it's not as bad as it used to be. In my server group, there used to be, by this day 3, this would be up at like 500,000. There were some people that went absolutely crazy on this event, and they swore by it. But
I couldn't figure out why people were doing this, but then I realized that there's a castle that you can get from it.
Yeah. You can get, like, by being top 3 or top 5 or something. I think it's top 3.
Yes.
Yeah, top 3,
yes,
you get but it's only for 30 days. It's only for 30 days. It's not a permanent.
And then the other thing I was wondering, how is it that people are getting these points? Because I think let me go to mine and show you mine, because I think I play
dedication, Akka. It's all about dedication. It's about logging in.
No,
it's about logging in once an hour. It's about logging in once an hour and doing all. Trust me, I know one free-to-play person who was top 3 every single event with 0 spending, just from, like, she set an alarm every hour so she could log in and do her fishing.
Oh goodness!
Yeah.
Oh goodness!
Like, and people enjoy the minigame. Like, if people started playing Evony because of the puzzles, this is one of those little fun things that you can do. I don't know. I personally hate it. I hate it with a passion.
I don't dislike it. It's cool, but I'm on the game so often that when I want to chill, it's not to chill in Ebony. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So having a chill game in Ebony is kind of like, okay. Let me show you. Let me show you mine. Let me show you mine. I played this thing yesterday until I ran out of the baits. Okay.
Yep.
And this is the score that I have. All right. Now, if we look at on my side, okay, the highest, the top people have 100 and something thousand. And I'm like, how? I'm like,
Dedication,
how?
Aka.
Yeah,
Dedication. All right. Okay,
I don't know.
there's a couple of little secrets to getting top points. Some people will hate me for saying this, but
Yeah.
if you go back to my screen,
Yeah.
okay, in the first column, again, if you do this day one before you do any fishing, anything like that, you buy the $20 pack, you get an extra 50% bonus coins for every point.
Mm-hmm.
And if you buy this one, you get another 50%. So for $40, you're getting basically double the points. Then you log in here, you do your fishing over and over and over again, get all these up to maximum, and then you start using
those ones. Yeah.
Yeah, you use those ones to get all the little things in here. And then once you max that out, you can just use the 8. I think it's 8. Oh crap. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. But you use the 8 at a time.
Uh-huh.
You use the 8 at a time to maximize what you get. And that's what people do. That's
all
what
right.
people do.
Do you know of the voucher?
Which voucher?
Go to the pack that you just went to now. Yeah, that pack. Yes. Move to it. Okay, so it starts from 5 and it goes all the way up. So
starts at $1.
$1.
Starts at $1.
Yeah, $1.
Yeah.
Goes to 5, 10, 20, 50. Then you go to the 100.
Yep.
Look at that fishing catch voucher.
Okay, yeah, and you get the 200%. Yep.
Yeah.
You're getting 5 for $100. So yeah, that still doesn't account for some of these scores. Honestly, it's just dedication.
You can use triples as well. Triple downs.
Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, a lot of these people at the top, they don't coin.
Yeah. It just baffled me because like the ones on my side were like 100K after like 3 days. And I was just like, how is that possible? Anyway.
As I said, we had scores much, much higher than that when this first started. Because like the top 3 people were fighting each other. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's just all about dedication.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next up, we have the Revelry Carnival. And in here, they've got the same officer chests that were in, I think it was the Revelry Carnival a couple of weeks ago before the last big event that we covered. It's got all the reasonably recent duty officers in here. Heracles, Justinian, Trivia. So with these, you get 60, and you can use a double or a triple on this. So you use a triple, you get 180, $200, less than $200. You can get one of these generals. That's one of the things that I'll be doing this event.
Yeah, you'd have to spend the full 200 because I don't think you can get anything lower than that. Right?
Do you know, with the triple, which gives you 180, and your 50 that you get for free, that takes you to 230. So Ebony are being sneaky and making you spend that extra $100.
Yeah, they do that a lot. They give you like just enough to make you feel like you could just about get there, but you're not. So
yep. Ebony, man. But yeah, that is actually good. It's a great way to get some of these generals. Like a lot of these generals don't have tavern counterparts, so Justinian, that brings me on to my next big point. The new military academy officer
what's
is
his name?
in the full cake. Sargon.
Yeah, Sargon.
I prefer Justinian. Just like if you've already invested in Justinian, there's no need to get this guy. Like the stats are marginally better than Justinian, but if you're already invested so much into Justinian, I don't like. Even if you do get him, you're not going to use him.
Mm.
Actually, back in the Revelry Carnival, if you didn't get Cassandra first time she came out, you can get her for $100. She costs 180, so that's 60 with a triple is 180. You can get Cassandra.
Sorry. Quick question. Wasn't Cassandra free when she was first released?
No, there was a debacle about Cassandra. They put her in Cake 5, and then 2 weeks later, they made her free with the champion tokens.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
everyone went ballistic. Everyone went absolutely ballistic. And they gave us a lot of ruby necklaces to make up for it. But yeah, people coined that $350 just for her.
Okay,
but then they took her away. She was no longer free after that.
That's why I was wondering, because I have Cassandra, and I was just like, I don't remember spending anything to get Cassandra. So I was just like, how did that happen? Because in this event, you can only get her by spending. You can't use the champion tokens or anything. So I'm just wondering,
they learnt their mistake after that. They learnt their lesson. Like, it was great for free-to-play players, but people that had just spent $350 literally the event before, not happy.
That wouldn't be fun. So yeah, that's my Cassandra. Okay, and it surprised me when I saw this one, and I saw what they were offering for her, and I was like, "But wait, how did I get Cassandra? Because I don't remember spending anything." And if that was the case, then it's crazy stuff.
If you don't have her, it's a good general to coin on, like $100. Sorry, good general, a good champion to coin on, $100, super cheap. They put the skin in here as well for 960 of these. That's I forgot, it's like $1,200 or something.
Hell no.
That's ridiculous. For a couple of extra percent buffs. It's horrible. They also have Toyotomi in here. So for General Hall 3.
This is the one that I think a lot of people might be interested in getting.
Yeah. For 420, so what's that? $300? Yeah, $300. You can get Toyotomi and finish out your General Hall 3. Oh, I also want to say today, I got one of the new ones totally for free.
Oh, nice.
Very lucky.
Congrats. Yeah, that's good.
Cheers,
good stuff.
Okay, in there as well, I know some people might think about doing this, but there's Mark Antony in here as well for 150. You can actually here's one of the okay sub generals that you can actually ascend with those new with the new ascension fragments, like the cheap ones, not the expensive ones. So there's no need to get him in there. Okay, something that I'm really not happy with Evony about. Well, I suppose I'm happy and unhappy at the same time. The Divination of Fate, they changed for one event. And they even said with the tokens and stuff that you get with it, that you could save it for future events. Like it says that. So people have coined on that last one to save up over time to get a champion skin. And then they just change it back. So it's good for people that didn't coin or just do this with all the free spins that you get and your farm randomly gets one. You may not never get one, but your farms will get all of them.
Oh, goodness. It's like this event, right from the beginning, had always been a free event. And you had the option to coin. Okay, if you wanted to, you could coin. I think you can still do it there if you just click the plus. You could. You could get the stuff. You could.
$1,200 you'll guarantee.
Exactly. That was always there. For some reason, the last time they brought this one out, they made it exclusively coining.
Yeah. I think they were just testing the waters.
Yeah, just to see, how people would react. I think everybody does that a lot these days. I think that's also kind of like what they're doing with the coronation fountain thing. So yeah, after that, I guess maybe maybe the feedback that they got wasn't that great, and now they switched it back to what it originally was. But like you
Yeah.
rightfully said, some people had already spent money on it, so it's
Yeah.
you know,
And we still have the tokens in here. Where are they? There we go. We've still got them in
that's
here,
it.
and it says
Yeah,
it does not
I've got that
expire,
on mine.
and you can save it for the next one. With the next one that'll never come.
Yeah.
Anyway, that kind of
All right.
annoys me for people that actually did coin that to save up.
Oh well. Oh well.
Yeah. Apart from that, that's pretty much it for all the things that. Sorry, Hesadi, Hectate, whatever it's called. I know we'll probably cover this with one of the viewer questions, but I always get one of these. It's $200 to guarantee her. Sometimes you get lucky, but yeah, $200 to get her, and she's got some pretty great buffs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. So I just have two things that I want to bring up. Okay. So two quick things. First one is this usually comes up, and every time it comes up, I'm kind of excited and also kind of depressed about it. Is the blessing of Palace. If you have used this before, I cannot stress enough how helpful this thing is. It literally makes your life when refining your gear so much easier, helps you perfect your gear, and it's great. The only thing that is not great about this is the price, in my opinion. Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So for this main one, spending this is like $50.
If you are going to
Go on.
spend on it, the $10 one isn't really useful at all. The $50 one's really useful because you get the ones that brings up a gold refine every 4 spins.
Yeah, exactly.
With the $10 one, you
So
don't get that.
yes, exactly. If you're gonna spend, there's no point spending on the green one. You need to spend on the gold one. That's the one that gives
Yeah.
you the blessing chance, I believe it's called, or something like that.
Yeah.
So yes, if you're still refining and you don't mind spending, this is a good one to spend on. In fact, this might probably be the only thing I get in this entire event. We'll see.
Wow.
So we have this. The other thing is, I don't know how many people noticed this, but Ebony made a bit of a change to Dawn of Civilization. Okay, so if we scroll all the way down, right, I'm ignoring any other changes to any items or anything made, up there. If we look right here, the chest at the very bottom has changed. Okay, so this is Europe Historic Journal Chest 2. So the journals in here are different. You've got Ethelflade, Pyrrhus, Merlin, Marcus Agrippa, Maurice, Raimundo, Narcissus.
Narses,
Okay,
yeah.
Narcissus.
That's a big one.
That's a very good one. So if you are interested, this is something that you can do to get it, and also you can also get it. You can get it on the first track and on the second track.
And the
I
first
think
track's only
it's
$5. $5, man.
five.
That first track is
Five,
$5.
yeah, okay. First track is five, and then the other one
The
is
second one's
20,
20.
I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, and if you wanted to get both, that's 25. So, this is it's an interesting one. Also, T brought this to my attention earlier. The castle that you get is also slightly different as well. Okay,
Yeah, much better
I
buff.
didn't notice it. Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed it before. That's great, but for anyone that didn't notice it, yeah, the castle you get for placing top in the event is different now. You still get a lot of buffs for monsters and things like that. And yeah, so if that's something you're interested in, you can go for it. It's yeah. Let's just check and confirm. Uh, yes, four
Do you
to
know what
10.
I've just noticed?
What's
Only the
what's that?
first place gets the Violet Chest 2. The second place gets the old Violet Glory Chest with the old castle.
Oh,
Sneaky buggers. I
oh.
literally only just noticed that just then.
I heard it as well. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness.
Wow.
So only the first person gets this new one. Everyone gets the old purple. Everybody else gets the old purple one.
But you're also only competing with 4 servers for that one. You're only competing against 4 other servers in that event.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know how I feel about this one. I think if they're changing it, they should make it available for everyone that is,
Agreed.
placing their, yeah, so anyway. All right. So on that note, as promised, we are going to take some questions from the comments that we had. Okay. So I'm just going to bring these up now very quickly, and we'll go through the first question that we have. So this is the very first question that we have. And it says, so what if you're a very low coiner, as in one $8 or $15 pack every 3 months? What's the best buy? We were going back and forth on this. I don't know if we're not sure if there's any pack that is $8 in the game. So we're assuming
I think he means in his currency, so that would probably be 5 or 10.
5 or 10.
In
Okay.
US
All right.
dollars.
So
Yeah.
So let's say if you're spending $5 or $10 every 3 months, what's the best buy? Okay. So,
I think we disagree on what they should buy. But you go first. What do you think they should buy?
All right. Okay. So we talked about this, and for me, if that's what you're spending, I think there are 2 ways you can go about this. The first way, I think, is to get the event pack. Now, like I said, I'm speaking from my experience. If you are someone that doesn't coin a lot, you'll notice a significant difference when you get these packs. Because the things that you'd be getting stuff and you'd be like, damn, this thing would take me like 4 or 5 weeks of straight grinding before I can get this. And then you get it and it's in your inventory and it's all good. Plus, the good thing about these packs is that you get all the other stuff, okay? Speed up, stamina, source of life, blood of Ares. You get a bit of everything. Fine, granted, not in great numbers, but you also get the stuff with double and triple downs. So if that's all you're spending in the game every few months, yeah, I would, this would be one suggestion. My other suggestion would be, if you have specific things that you're spending for, okay, or specific things you want to get, then you can put that 5 or 10 or maybe even $15 to specific packs. Good example is the one for the spirit beasts. Okay, if your spirit beast has been holding you back for a long time and you're like, okay, my $10, I'll put it to get the stuff I need for the spirit beast, so it just inches you closer to leveling up that spirit beast. That's something that I would suggest. You can also look at specific things again, like I said, like maybe tactic scrolls or something like that. You want to get gems specifically. As long as you have a specific thing that you're trying to get, then you can try and put that $5 to $10 towards it. Otherwise, my opinion is just get the regular event pack. I think that would be, the best all-round thing. Okay, T, how about you?
I don't super agree with the event pack thing, because as I was telling you earlier, it's in that $5 pack, like even with a triple, you get 18 merit jades. Do you know how expensive it is to, like, if you're only doing that once every 3 months, it'll take you 10 years to save up enough merit jades to get even one of them.
I know that. I know that's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's a grind.
That's why Ebony is, especially if you're
I
like,
understand.
especially if you're free to play. That's a problem. Like,
yeah.
We're talking about twigs the other day. If you're free to play, those are things like you're sure like twigs. What are these twigs that you speak of?
Well, you get them from monsters. You get more than that. What you get in that pack, you get more from monsters. Which, as I was telling you before we started this, that's where I would spend my $5 or $10 every month or 2 months, is on the trigger stamina pack. The stamina pack that pops up, I think it pops up when you use one of your general tokens and you get the new general for that event. It pops up and you get 90 stamina.
Okay.
Yeah, you get 90 stamina, and you can use a triple on that. So that's 270 of the 100 stamina boxes. And most people that are free to play are hurting for stamina. That's why I'd put that $5 or $10 in there. But the spirit based thing, I'd agree with that as well.
Yeah, that is really depends on what you want. Like I agree with you. You know, stamina is a problem when you're completely free to play. My opinion is that sort of changes a bit depending on, you know, how well you do in resource consumption on a regular basis. But I agree, stamina is an issue. So, you know, that's definitely, you know, a way to go there. So if you're someone in that situation that just spends a few dollars every now and then, yeah, you know, this is advice for you. Take it, and hopefully it will help you out. All right.
I just thought of another one in the shopping spree. Yeah, I just thought of another one in the shopping spree. On day 3, you can buy all this for, I think it's $20. I know it's slightly more than what the viewer said that he wanted to spend, but for $20 with the triple coupon, you get 750,000 gems. So that's a lot of gems for a free to play player.
Yeah, I think there's also other stuff you can get in that spree, isn't there? You can get Blood of Ares as well, or something like that.
Yeah, actually, on today, you get the mystery box, which gives you treasure boxes, Blood Ares, runestones, tactic scrolls. I can't remember exactly how many you get, but Asian Grandpa in GK's Discord, he worked it all out. He's got the numbers. So if you want to know, ask him there.
Okay.
I have no idea.
So I have no idea. I stopped looking at that shopping spree when they changed it, because it wasn't like this before. It was different, and before it was actually good, and you had, you know, multiple options of stuff you wanted to get. But after they changed it, I was just like, nah.
Really, I never saw that. It must have been before my time. You old C1 dinosaur, you.
Yeah, making me feel like a dinosaur now. Okay, so this next question is a bit of a tricky one, and it says, I have a specific question for coining. If I want to kill T1 trap bases with ease, what do I need to coin on to make that possible?
MJP, this is another topic that we had contention on. We had a bit of a disagreement. Yeah. There's no way to kill a T1 trap base with ease. I know K45s with T16s that splat into T1 traps. So that spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. So that I don't think there's any specific thing that you can coin on to kill a T1 trap.
Yeah, I agree. You would need to spend on the stuff that you would spend on anyway. It's getting gear, raising your buffs, doing research, you know, that kind of stuff. So those are things you would spend on irrespective of whether you're trying to kill a T1 trap or not. And then I think we also have issues with, well, let me not say issues, but I don't think there's any situation where you can kill a T1 trap with ease solo.
No, not a proper T1 trap.
Yes,
not a proper
that's what I'm about to say. Unless it's a poorly built T1 trap. Any good T1 trap that is properly built, taking it out solo is not easy. The easiest thing for you to do, the easiest thing for you to do would be to set a rally. You know?
Yeah, rallies kill T1 traps. Even the small rallies, even if you got like 2 or 3 people, 20 million rally, that'll knock over most T1 traps.
Yeah, and okay, this is not really related to coining, but it's, you know, it's something as an advice I'd want to give. Depending on your situation, I really consider whether you should even bother killing the T1 trap.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not worth it. Like those ones in SVS that sit there like you're at a temple and they scout you over and over and over again trying to bait you. Yeah. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
For most of them, right now these days there are T1 traps of different levels, but a lot of like the basic, T1 traps aren't really built for, attacking. So you won't really need to worry too much about them causing problems while attacking. Yes, they can be a nuisance if you're like at temples and buildings in battlefield and things like that, and you just feel like you want to kill this person off. But yeah, sometimes it's not worth it. It
Yeah,
really isn't
definitely.
worth it.
I've been caught in that trap before. Just got stuffered. I'll just hit him once, and I've just
Yeah,
splattered and lost 1,000,000,000 power.
yeah. So it's the temptation of the guy just sitting there, and he's like, "What are you gonna do?" You know.
Yep. Just
So
don't do it.
anyway,
Don't give them points.
yeah,
Make it boring for
that's
them.
it.
Make T1
That's
traps
it.
bored.
Yeah. Okay, now this is an interesting one. All right. It says, hi Aka, are there any purchase recommendations for meteorite stones? Okay. And for anyone that doesn't know, those are the stones that you need for doing the what you call it.
The amplifications on Civ Gear.
It- yeah, I don't know why it is. I think I got so upset when they released this thing that I refused to call it amplification, and it just stuck as astrology in my head. So every time this thing comes up, is the first thing that comes to my head is like, oh, the astrology. And I'm like, okay. So yes, it's the amplification. Amplification.
Yes,
Okay.
Aka.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So it's the stones that you need to do this thing. And I'm just bringing up this gear that I have here. I don't have many stones right
Damn.
now.
9 stars, Aka. Wow.
Yeah. I splurging all over the place. So anyway, this is this one. And so yeah, the question is, what do you spend to get these stones? Okay, so T, you want to take that one away?
Yeah. Alina, there are a few packs that have meteoric stones. Obviously, you've got the main event pack, which has got 20 in there, 60 with a triple. Once you get to a Solus, which is $500, there's more meteoric stones in there. Okay, yeah, so the main event pack, you got 20 in there, 60 with a triple. If you do a Solus, which is $500, you get in the full Solus, you get another 80 in there. Obviously, in the cake,
And the king.
there's 100 at. If you're doing a Solus, you'll get an extra 100 in there anyway, because that's the cake 5's 350. And then there is the pop-up meteoric stone pack, which once you get, like, if you're doing amplifications to a piece of gear and you get to the next level and you don't have enough stones for it, that will pop up I think it's every 7 days that one pops up. In the $20 pop-up pack, I think there's 20 in there. You can use a triple on that, so that's 60. For me, the meteoric stones are like just something on the side. They're like supplementary to your regular coining. Like if you're coining anyway, I wouldn't coin. I have coined for meteoric stones specifically before, but that's when I was trying to get my generals to 11,000,000 power. But apart from that, they're just kind of like a side effect to your regular coining. You get them in regular event packs. They'll grow up over time. But if you really need them, the Comet Fall pack, the $100 one's got 100 in there with the triple 300, and the $20 one, as I said, it's got the 2060 with a triple.
Mm-hmm. So we say, what about we believe this Hecate event? Is that a good purchase buying her for your holy palace? Okay, I think you kind of covered this a bit already, but let's go over it again.
Yeah. Sadi's secret ritual. And if you want the pack, you just click up here where the plus is, purchase package, and you can get the $9, which gives you 30, 90 with a triple. So that's 9 spins. And with this one, it's 300, 900 with a triple. So that's 90 spins. And you're guaranteed in 150. So $200 with a triple and a double.
Okay. So for this one, it really depends on your coining level. If
Yeah.
if you just coin occasionally, and my opinion is this wouldn't be a good purchase for you, because the money that you are spending occasionally, you can put that to other stuff that would probably give you a lot more benefit. Then, if you are at the level where you can afford to do this, you can afford to spend the 200-300, and you don't yet have the general, then yeah, it will probably be a good idea for you to get her, because as T said, there is no other exclusive general for the Holy Palace. She's the only one. And just with her base skill, you get some healing buffs, you get in-city range and siege attack and defense 25%. That's pretty decent.
Plus, when you
Again.
have one copy of her, when you do
Mhm.
the Hasadi's Moon, you get extra of the Radiant Night Torches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
That's
an
good
extra
stuff.
benefit.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, if you can afford to get her, then yes, okay, get a copy of her. Then, if you are coining at a higher level and you want to ascend her, T will you'll probably be able to speak to this better than I can. Is this
Sorry,
actually
go.
a good option for getting fragments to ascend her?
Yeah, getting her specifically, this is a better place to coin, because like if you're just getting trivia for the event, you're not spending anything else, you're just getting her. I think with like your 3 triples and doubles, you can get her for like $140. So
Mhm.
it's much cheaper than spending the 200 and getting the other chest. So if you're just specifically going for trivia, this is the one.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let's look at the last question that we have. So this one is kind of like a multi-part question. Okay, so we're talking about we'd like to see a video about coining strategy according to coining levels. Okay, that is something that we might tackle at some point. Okay, so myself, T, and our other co-hosts will look at this and see what we do about it. Okay, so we now say you're talking about different packs to buy, but what about the regular event pack? Okay, so question here, T, is how do you think the regular event pack stacks up to other specific or specialized packs?
Oh, it depends what you're aiming for. If you just want like an overall good pack, the event pack is really good. Like that's what I recommend to most people. Like except for like the little specific things that I mentioned, the event pack has a little bit of everything for everyone. It's got it all.
Mhm.
So yeah, I do recommend the event pack usually, but this is a
Yeah,
very
yeah,
multi-layered question as well.
yeah, it
It
is.
really
It is.
depends on what you're focusing on.
I agree. Like for me, the event pack is usually the go-to pack for for most of the stuff that you want to get. Okay. The drawback of the event pack is that because it has a bit of everything in the same place, you won't get as much as you would if you are getting like a specific pack. Like for example, if you're getting the pack for meteoric stones, which we talked about, if you get that specific pack, you'll get 100 for the $100 pack. Here, you only get 20. Okay, and it's the same thing with things like blood crystals, blood of Ares, all those other, even the source of life. Okay.
Yeah. That takes us to David's second point. He says also,
Yeah.
for example, is it better to spend a bit every event or save up and maybe cake every other month?
Okay. What do you think about this one?
As we spoke about earlier, that I'm in two thoughts about this. I
Hmm.
have suggested to people before, like if they planning on only spending a couple of $100 an event, they should just
Hmm.
save up for those 10 events and do the cake, get the nice 3x3 castle, get
Hmm.
the supremacy gear, all that sort of stuff. But if, as you said earlier, if you're going to be doing like a soulless every event, there's probably a lot more value in just doing that soulless.
Hmm. Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think?
I mean, it's one of those things that people have said in Ebony, like if you're going to spend, save up and spend, and do your cake and all that kind of stuff. And I think depending on how often you spend in the game, that might make sense. That might make sense because there are certain things that you will get by going to the full cake that you will not be able to get any other way. Okay, so the castles, the Civ gear, big one. You also mentioned the officer gear. Officer gear is another one.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a
so
really
yeah,
big thing. Cake 8,
yeah,
1100
exactly,
bucks.
exactly.
I know a lot of
Yeah, go
people that
on.
just go to Cake 8 every event.
Mhm. Yeah.
$1,100 every event. I think that's silly. I think you should just save up for 2 events and spend the 2,000 at once. But some people do it just for that officer gear.
Yeah, So depending on your level, I think I think you're right. If you're getting to this point, might as well save up and get the full thing. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But if you are not getting to this point, and let's say you were like T said, let's say you're spending on a solus every event, and this one you'd probably need to spend about $500 to complete this one. Am I correct?
Correct.
So that 500, if you save it up for about 4 months, and then you have your full cake there. So the question now is, if you save it up for that 4 months, obviously you'll come down, you'll get everything in the full cake. You'll get the supremacy gear. You'll probably get a castle. You'll probably get a brand new duty gen or sub general. You'll get all the binding essence, all these what you may call it, radiant medals,
Yeah,
things like
radiant
that.
metals.
But yes, but my issue is that you get that once.
Yeah.
And well, yes, you get it once. But if you were keeping with your solus like every month or so, you'll be clearing, where is it, cake 5?
Cake 5. Yeah,
I
it's
believe.
$50 less
Yeah.
than Cake 6.
Yeah. So you'll be clearing cake 5 every event. Okay. So for that one cake that you get everything, in cake 5. That's including the conquest gear. So you will get 4 conquest pieces or 4 conquest chests as opposed to the one that you will get when you're doing the full cake. Granted, you won't
Yeah.
get the supremacy, but that's 4 pieces of gear that you can put on your generals and fully deck them out on the right hand side. The other thing that this does is that it lets you maximize your triple downs. Because if you're spending that much, you pretty much use all the triple downs. But if you're full caking, a lot of your spending will be with doubles, and stuff like that, and maybe not even doubles if you have already used them for something else. So it allows you to get the full benefit of the triple downs. And I think by the time you put all of that spending together, you probably get more value, doing the 500 every few months than doing the one cake, doing it once and then that's it. But there are things in that cake that you will get that you will not be able to get if you were doing the 500, the solus every month. So it's,
Yeah.
now a question of what is more important for you.
Yeah. Do you know what? That if you don't have like a 3x3 keep or you don't have any supremacy gear or something like that, do it once. Like save up for those 4 events. Save your $500. Do it once. Get the pretty 3x3 keep. Like there isn't one this event, which is why again I don't say don't keep. Like, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
You shouldn't
it's
cake.
like if you're gonna cake it now, it's probably
Yeah.
not the time because
Wait for a 3x3 one. You shouldn't cake on the ones that don't have keeps. It's silly. But yeah, save up for that. Get your pretty keep so you can show it off, and yeah, then coin smarter.
Exactly. All right. So that's what we have for the questions. Thank you everyone for leaving the questions on the channel and commenting and all that kind of stuff. We're going to do that again in the next event. So if you have any coining specific questions, any things that you want to get clarity on, feel free to drop a comment and we'll pick them up and try and address them in the next video. T, anything you wanted to plug in?
Just use Aptoide. Like, you should never pay full price for packs. Like, with Aptoide, you can get up to 25% off. Or sorry, you can get up to 25% cash back. So every 4 packs you buy, you get a free pack. Like,
Yeah.
spending without Aptoide is just ridiculous.
Okay.
Every big coiner I know uses Aptoide. Every single one.
Yeah. So in addition to that, we have codes that will be running this coming weekend. Okay. I'll put the code up here on the screen. You'll also see it down in the description of the video. So if you are going to spend anything this event over the weekend, use the code, get yourself your discounts, support the channel at the same time. Thank you guys very much. So that's it for this episode of Smart Coining. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Aka and Big T signing out.